So I got a surprise for you. So hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. I'm Helens, and in this video I'm gonna show you how to do this set. I'm gonna put it right here so you can see how I did this beautiful Gel X summery vibes. Go ahead, follow me on my socials. I'll put it right here in the screen, and then come back and I will teach you how to do a easy Gel X set with this beautiful summery design. Okay, you guys, so I start by gently pushing back the cuticles. I always take my time with this step to make sure I don't hurt the client. So then I use my diamond flame bit to open up the cuticle area. I do this on the lowest speed on my e-file to keep everything safe and comfortable. While I'm working, I make sure to constantly clean the area with my manicure brush. That way I can remove all the dust and see clearly what I'm doing. By the way, I'm super excited to share that I will be launching my online Gel X course very soon. I'd love to know what else would you like to learn from me or to see from me, and also on my YouTube channel. Drop your ideas in the comment section below. So next I go in with my cuticle scissors to trim away the dead skin around the cuticles. With this in particular client, I take a gentler approach than I normally would because her cuticles are quite sensitive. Normally I will trim just a little bit more. It's really important to get to know your clients and understand what kind of cuticles they have. If you're ever unsure, it's better to trim less than too much. You don't want to cut into the skin because bleedy and bloody cuticles are not cute. It's not aesthetic. Okay, so once that's done, I use my mini sanding band with my mini Mentro bit. The sanding band is a 240 grit to gently remove the natural shine from the natural nail plate. Again, I keep my e-file on the lowest setting to avoid any damage. And the lowest setting on my e-file is 4 or 3. I think 3. Yes, my lowest setting is 3. So I use it on 3 or 4. It depends on what type of e-file you have. If you don't have a digital e-file, you can just put it on the lowest setting. Next, I move on to fitting the nail tips. There are different nail tips, especially the pressed nail tips. They have two types. You have a natural and sculpted. The sculpted tips have more of an apex, while the natural tips are flatter. So it's important to look at your client's natural nail structure and choose the tips that fit them the best. Make sure the tips cover both sides of the natural nail completely. You don't want to use a tip that's too small because that would expose the part of the natural nail, and we do not want that, okay? Once I've found the right size for all the 10 nails, I set them aside. But before application, I take my mini sanding bed again and lightly etch the inside of each tip. This step helps to get a better grip, and to prevent lifting later on. Now it's time to prep the natural nail. I start with a dehydrator to remove any oil, dust, or debris on the natural nails. And once that's dry, I apply our Super Bond for extra adhesion. Then I apply a thin layer of the Extend Gel as a base on all the 10 nails. So I really make sure I apply a thin layer and cover the entire natural nail. Once I've done all the 10 nails, I cure it under my lamp for 60 seconds. Now comes the actual tip application, and this part is so satisfying and it's just my favorite part of everything. I place a small amount of the gel extent inside of the nail tip. Not too much, just enough to cover the natural nail. You don't want it to overflow and get onto the skin. When I'm applying the tip, press it down firmly and make sure it's straight and that it covers the natural nail fully on both sides. You don't want any exposure of the natural nail, and that you're pressing down near to the cuticle to avoid any air bubbles. Before you flash cure, double check everything, the placement, the angle, the pressure, because once it's flash cured, it's locked in, sis. You won't be able to adjust it. You will be having to remove the nail and apply it all over again. I'm gonna do all the 10 nails and cure it under my lamp. After the flash cured, I'm still going to cure everything under my lamp for 60 seconds, but I'm going to let you enjoy this satisfying part. Okay, so this is how the nails look after application. And while applying the gel except on the thumb, I noticed I didn't use quite enough gel, which caused a tiny air pocket underneath. But don't worry, we can fix that so easy. I flip the thumb over and add a bit more gel right between the natural nail and a tip to fill in the cap. And you can just use an orange stick to push the gel into that cap. I saw a air bubble, so I'm just poking the air bubble. Once that's in place, I clean up any excess using an orange stick or a lint-free wipe. Then I cure it under the lamp, and that's it. All fixed. Next, I move on to the filing and shaping part. I start with a mini sanding band to gently blend in the tip into the natural nail near to the cuticle area. This gives that seamless growing from the nail look and helps to prevent lifting later on. When I'm done with the blending part of the tip at the cuticle area, I take my hand file to shape the nails exactly how I want, and followed by a buffer to smooth out the surface of the nail. This helps to the next layers to stick better and last longer. You don't want any gel polish to be chipping, so you really need that rough surface so the product sticks better. But you don't want it to be too rough, by the way. Here is how the nails look so far, super clean and natural. To finish the prepping, I use my oval brush with a little acetone to melt the cuticle area slightly. This part is called sealing. It locks everything in and helps the set last even longer. Next, I'm using our Sunny Juice. It's banana scented and literally smells like those banana candies. It's so good. Your clients are seriously gonna love it. I use it to cleanse the nails before starting the nail art. It's basically just 70% alcohol, and I apply it with a small manicure brush to get everything nice and clean. Okay, so now let's move on to the nail art part. For the base color, I'm using OPI's Love is in the Bear, applying a thin coat on the thumb, the index finger, and the ring finger. I cure it under my lamp for 60 seconds, and then I go in with a second layer. Make sure you brush down the color because it's so milky and so sheer. You want to make an even layer, so make sure you brush it down so you have even layers. On the pinky, I'm using a cat eye gel polish, and it's so sparkly that my camera literally can't even focus from all the shine. I was so struggling with the focus, but it didn't work. But you can see a little bit what I mean. Then I grab my magnet and I start playing around to create a cat eye effect. I cure it on my lamp for 60 seconds. Once that's done, I move on to the middle finger. I use a coat of a chrome base coat. When I'm done applying the chrome base coat, I cure it under my lamp. When I cure it under my lamp, I'm going to use this chrome. I don't even know where I got it from. I think it's from AliExpress or something. But I use it with a makeup sponge, and it just helps to rub in that chrome powder to get that mirror effect. So after that, I use a blue gel polish mixed with some acetone in my airbrush to create a soft aura effect. Well, a quick side note though, I don't really recommend mixing gel polish with acetone. It's not the safest thing to do, and you really need to know what you're doing when doing this. If you want to create an aura effect like this, I suggest you using actual paint instead. It's way safer. After each time I use the airbrush, I always clean around the cuticle area and the skin. You really don't want any uncured gel polish sitting on your client's skin before curing it under the lamp. I've used 2 coats of the airbrush. Now for the nails, I painted with the OPI gel polish. I've removed the sticky layer before drawing on the French tip. Personally, I just find it easier to paint the details, the line on the non-sticky surface. It glides just better for me. These are the shades that I will be using. They are a part of our collection and they will be online soon, and they will be TPO free because here in Europe we can't use any TPO products anymore. So to create the French tip, I'm using our liner 15mm brush. On the ring finger, I'm doing a blue aqua French. Take your time with the French lines. You don't need to rush it. You want a clean and sharp French. I'm normally a deep French girly, so a thinner French. But for this design, I really needed some space on the French. So I've made a thick French design and I just like it. I just love it, especially the colors. It's just so summery. Love it. So on the index finger, I'm doing a orange French, and on the thumb, I'm doing a soft yellow. Okay, you guys, so I have exciting news. I've been working hard on something special behind the scenes. My full Staleks course is launching soon. Oh my god, so excited. You guys have asked me so much about this. The step-by-step, especially beginner-friendly and 100% online. If you want to early access and a special bonus, sign up as an early bird. I will put the link in the description box below, and I'm so excited for you guys. I will be having a lot of detailed information for you guys in that online course. So go ahead and sign up. On the index finger, right on top of the French tip, I'm using our liner brush again. This time with a pink gel polish to draw the little squares and to create that fun checkerboard vibe. If I mess up, I just use the orange stick with that cotton on top of it to tidy things up, and once I'm happy, I'm going under my lamp to cure the design. Next, I move on to the ring finger where I'm doing a 3D gel design. I'm using the same liner brush. Don't worry, girl. I cleaned it first before so I don't have any contamination of the gel color. And our 3D gel to draw those thick lines. And I did the same thing on the thumb, but a more random design because we are going to encapsulate everything later with gel polish, so it doesn't need to be perfect. After each nail, I cure immediately to prevent anything from shifting or leaking. Now back to the ring finger, I'm coloring the 3D gel lines that I used, the colors that I've used in the designs before. So I've used the yellow, the pink, and the orange just to give the design a pop of color. Again, if everything goes outside the line, just clean it up before you cure under the lamp. Once that's done, I cure it and then use the jello polish again on the thumb to encapsulate the 3D design look. So I do 2 coats, and between each coat I cure it under my lamp, so you have that thick French abstract gel design. I love it so much. Then on the middle finger, and add these tiny cute butterflies, using some gem glue to cure them. I flash cure so the butterfly doesn't move or anything, and then go with a false small little pearls and some gold star to finish it off, and again flash cure it to seal the design. On the pinky, so the cat eye nail, I'm applying a top coat and cure it under my lamp for 60 seconds. Then I went back with the 3D gel design. I'm drawing these thin lines with the 3D gel to create that ribbed effect. After each line, I'm flash curing it to prevent it from running, and once it's done, I fully cure it under the lamp So that's actually the design on the pinky. Now for the checkerboard nail, the index finger, I'm using a satin 3D gel and shaping it with a silicone tool. I never use my hands for this because you definitely don't want to touch uncured gel with your skin. I roll the little balls and place them on a nail. Then I use the pointy end of the silicone tool to press the shape into a flower petal. It's kind of hard to explain, but I will show you in this video. I hope you understand what I'm doing. Once the flowers are shaped, I cure them under the lamp. After curing, I'm adding 3 tiny golden dots in the center of the flower to finish off the final look. Then it's time to top coat everything, but make sure you apply it carefully because especially with the 3D designs, you don't want to apply too much of top coat, otherwise you will flatten the design too much. I already top coat the pinky earlier, so I skipped that one. And on the middle finger with the butterfly, I added a little bit more clear 3D gel after the top coat and curing everything just for an extra texture. And now that everything is done and cured, I use my hand file to just sharpen the nails and perfect the shape of the nails. And I've applied some cuticle oil, and this is the final result, you guys. I really hope you have liked it. Let me know. I think it's really very whimsical, summery. I don't know. I just love it. The colors just combine. I switched up the designs each hand. So the right hand has the same design but on different nails. I really like the end result. Let me know what you think in the description box below. Let me know what you would like to see in my next videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.